If you've got one of these, then you must be aware by now that you are in possession of an obsolete and useless piece of equipment. In March of 2009, the transmitters that send you television signal through the airwaves will be turned off for good. This unprecedented move seems on the surface to be a necessary and completely natural step up on the evolutionary ladder, but looks are oft times deceiving. This documentary will explore the depth of this deception. My name's Anjali. The Federal Communications Commission, better known as the FCC, has mandated that the analog television signal that has been steadily broadcasting since the early 1930s is to be abandoned, and no further licenses for use of analog carrier waves will be granted after March of 2009. When television was in its infancy, anyone that could obtain a simple camera and transmitter setup could make themselves a television producer. America's first television broadcasters were locally operated companies that were in tune to whole communities. Outside influences were not yet able to control the programming, and therefore it had not yet become a vital tool of the Illuminati. Not until the creation of nationally syndicated news sources that other smaller, more local news providers could tap into was this possible. As the technology progressed, it became apparent that television would become a major tool which the New World Order could use to serve as a public opinion factory and to become the means whereby its propaganda could spread worldwide, and the international media was born. The media was set upon by forces of the New World Order, and lying to the public became the point of business. Forced restrictions paved the way for corporate media and drove the small local stations off the air. This digital broadcast system will further assure that local broadcasters will remain out of the picture. Some people believe that the real reason that analog airwaves are being shut down has to do with one of the United States government's black operations known as HAARP, which stands for the High Frequency Active Auroral Research Program. Put simply, the apparatus for HAARP is a reversal of the radio telescope. Antennas send out signals instead of receiving. HAARP is the test run for a super powerful radio wave beaming technology. Some scientists and conspiracy theorists believe that the carrier wave signal of analog TV may actually interfere with the HAARP waves being sent out from its facility in Alaska, and in order to put an end to this jamming, the analog system in this country will be taken off the air. There is a mystery surrounding the project. Scientists cannot say for certain exactly what HAARP does. Whatever else they say it can do, it rips holes in the atmosphere. HAARP is up there with Area 51 in terms of conspiratorial splendor. HAARP is the brainchild of Nikola Tesla, an American inventor and engineer. Some researchers think HAARP is a prototype for a Star Wars weapon system. It may be an over-the-horizon type of radar, or it may exist to destroy incoming ICBMs, or perhaps to fly out the electronics of enemy spy satellites. Others claim that HAARP is a giant X-ray or particle beam weapon based on a design contained in the notes of inventor Nikola Tesla, seized by the FBI after his death. This is a very popular theory, probably because so much of it is actually true. What Tesla was trying to do would fly in the faces of corporate America and would ultimately result in his financial ruin and the disappearance of his life's work. Tesla was obsessed with the creation of a free access electrical energy system that would supply the entire world. Tesla developed a transmitter to perfect a method by which transmitted energy could be channeled through natural media. Tesla built a laboratory to develop this. The lab contained the largest Tesla coil ever built, and Tesla repeatedly demonstrated that electrical energy actually could be transmitted across incredible distances without wires or transmission equipment. The current was transmitted through the Earth's crust itself. called the magnifying transmitter. It was capable of generating some 300,000 watts of power and could produce a bolt of lightning over one.
You're counting on the Winged Avenger to deliver your coward. Babies starve, politicians grow fat.
Nigmatech brings the joy of 3D entertainment into your living room. Ladies and gentlemen, let me tell you my vision. The box in every home in America and one day the world.
In local news, Edward Nygma's 3D box has become the rage of Gotham. Rioting occurred last night at electronics stores which were sold out. There's hardly a home without the Nigmatech box. Critics have claimed the box turns Gothamites into zombies, but Edward Nygma just shrugs. That's what they said when TV was invented.
Master Bruce? Master Bruce destroyed. And there's another riddle. How are you?
We're 5 little items of an everyday sort. You'll find us all in a tennis court. In A-E-I-O-U. Vowels.
Not entirely unclever, sir, but what do a clock, a match, chess pawns and vowels have in common? What do these riddles mean?
Every riddle has a number in the question, and they arrived in this order: 13, 1, 8, and 5.
13, 1, 8, and 5. What do they mean?
Perhaps letters of the alphabet?
Of course, 13 is M.
1 would be A, 8 would be H, and 5 would be E.
M-A-H-E.
Perhaps 1 and 8 are 18.
18 is R. M-R-E.
How about Mr. E?
Mystery.
And another name for mystery?
Enigma.
Mr. E. Nygma. Edward Nygma. Stickley's suicide was obviously a computer-generated forgery.
You really are quite bright, despite what people say.